Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video I'm going to introduce a new character, and now I'm doing just like rough drafts, highlights, it's actual stories to a series, and think of it as an old-fashioned kind of recording, rough draft recording. I use my cell phone like in the past, maybe a handheld recorder to help me organize these stories. And I'm posting them. They're all copyrighted to me, and they're helping me to. Some of it will change as as I do and see that what doesn't work, what does work. So don't expect perfection. Yeah. Anyway, in this one, I'm introducing a new character, Trey, Trey, and his diva mother. Okay, and about his father. Now, he is the girlfriend to Tabitha, and she has her own delivery service in Victorson County. Now, these are fictional stories, hypothetical fictional situations. It's Victorson County, Texas. Victorson County does not exist, but of course Texas does. Now, in these stories, the Victorson County has several, about 14 or so towns in it, and in this one, and it's surrounded by the ranches, but then there's some areas outside of that also, and it's kind of secluded from other places. The closest places from the closest direction north is the big city. That's what they call it, the big city. Anyway, now Trey, he like I said, he's Tabitha's boyfriend and the father to the child that she has, that they both have together. But the child, she stays with Tabitha. Now Trey, his mother is someone. Let me get to this. His dad was a lawyer, okay, who only showed up every blue moon to the house. And now, as a teenager, Trey, searched for his father online at school and found out that his dad had another family. Now, in this overall series about Victorson County, his dad is not the only one. Okay, there's at least 2 or 3 that have had this happen. Now, I think that this happens more often than we think, or at least I think that. It's basically the other woman situation. I've seen it before, not in my own life, not personally, but I think this does happen quite often. Anyway, but he found out that his dad had a family elsewhere, and the way he found out was that he had previously found a child's toy in his dad's rolled out from underneath the passenger seat where he was sitting, and it wasn't his toy, and that was one of the things that gave him a clue, so he looked it up. All right. Okay, eventually he looked it up when it it was not that difficult to do so, and now it was known in the neighborhood that Trey's mother was a diva. She believed in herself as a diva. She told everybody she was a diva, and that sometimes she'd say she was a queen or a princess, or somehow refer to herself as she was better than everybody else. And she, because of her husband was a lawyer, and where they lived, that was not common to have a husband as a lawyer, or to have a wife as a lawyer, or anybody that was some kind of professional in the family or in the whole community where she lived and where he grew up. And now his girlfriend Tabitha, she had never ever seen anything like that in her life. Now Tabitha, she grew up in a different part of the county, and she was more privileged and sheltered, so she wasn't aware of this kind of thing. And the people in the county, they don't spend much time like watching TV or cable, anything, except for they have their own local, you know, I'll get it out in a minute. They only have their own local website. They're a social media platform, and mainly for the county, and for all of the county except for that one area where Trey grew up, and it's a bad town, and it has a long history. All of it does, you know, has a long history, and the town is actually called the Outlaws. Now, when, you know, they first started settling the county back when the early settlers, as you know, towns grew, whenever they had any trouble, you know, like with somebody who needed to go to jail, they eventually developed this area that was called the Outlaws, and they just kept it. Okay, they don't want to change it because of its history. But basically, the people that live there are, you know, they come from someone in their family who did something wrong and got kicked out of the rest of the county. So that's where Trey's from. But Tabitha, no, she's from the, you know, the different parts, and their family's kind of wealthy. She lives with her, you know, like I said, their daughter, with her parents. And her parents own a big house. It's kind of like, they kind of made it into like a duplex. It's huge, and on one side, her parents live, and on the other side of it, it's her grandparents, all four of them. You know, 2 from her dad, 2 from her mom, and so when she goes off and does her business, you know, there's always somebody to take care of her daughter. But like I said, Trey's not all that involved with it. Trey wants to spend mainly more time with, you know, Tabitha, not as concerned about his daughter as he should be, and he's more about having fun. He wants to move to the big city, and Tabitha doesn't. She does not want to live outside of Victorson County. She, you know, she has a good life there, and she wants to keep it. She has her own business there, and she plans on keeping it, something she's been dreaming of since she was young, and he wants to move out. So anyway, I thought I'd introduce him, and like I said, these are kind of rough drafts, short stories, you know, but it's all toward a big series about Victorson County, Texas. Okay. And that's all. I'll talk to you on another video.